The locations that were chosen on the first and second seasons are amazing, amazing locations. The Bird Enterprises, the Snell House, which we're not allowed to film at the exterior anymore because the owners didn't like the fact that we killed somebody there in season 2.
We moved here to start over, and it's been hard.
Wendy?
Sometimes, if you don't move forward, you die.
I love the show. I went and met with Chris Mundy, who is an executive producer, and he took me through the season of what was going to happen. And that was very exciting to me. I had a lot of new elements to bring into this season, and that was exciting to kind of be able to let that kind of be, my part of Ozark. The tone of the show is to me, it's very evident. It's very blue, it's very gray, it's always cloudy. That comes a lot from the cinematographers and just the tone of the show. The big ticket for me this season was to design the casino. Design the interior and exterior of the boat and what that casino compound is. Researched it, went to the Indiana and to Missouri and saw 2 offshore gambling facilities. One was kind of, New Orleans style. I actually was from New Orleans where I grew up, and so I knew all about offshore gambling, but I wanted it in the context of this show. And so the first casino that I scouted was this Victorian Mark Twain-ish style boat. The one down in Missouri was, a barge that had been outfitted, or seemingly, just something that can house gambling. So when presenting that to Jason, it's like I put up boards, and this is patterns, these are things, this is color, this is tone, and I said, I know that, this show is very blue. This show is very, very blue and very gray. And he goes, I want to get outside of that. And I said, what do you think, like reds and golds? And he goes, that's where I want to go. And so I put boards together, did samples. We did a camera test on lighting. It's a completely different world. I mean, anytime you go into a casino, it's an assault to the senses. It's like, lots of bling bling, lots of blinking lights, music, and that was a different kind of vibe from the Blue Cat and or the Lickety Splits, which had, dancers and lights and everything, but just a different kind of vibe for the casino. The Gaming Commission of Vegas, the Gaming Commission of Georgia, how do we get these things? We imported 10 slots to begin with just to get a feel for it, to see what the lights would do, tested them, nothing worked. We were gonna have to redo, and there's over 160 slot machines. As far as the casino goes, we found that we bought the tables, redid the felts, but the slot machines were like, how are we gonna do this? We have to Greek out all of the graphics, how are we gonna do this? So we ended up manufacturing all of the slot machines. The way that things are viewed now, I mean, you can work on a film and it might never be seen in a theater, and people might watch it on their cell phone. People might watch what you've done on their cell phone. They might watch it on an iPad. They might have a home theater. I mean, I'm not going to deliver anything but feature quality sets that are realistic. Sometimes the time frame is such that it's like you got to slap things together and put it up. But it's like I want the space to be realistic for the actors. Number one, that's my job. To deliver what's on the page, what the director sees, or what the theme of the show is, or what the style of the show is. To deliver that, but to deliver sets that actors can do what they need to do, because the acting in this show is phenomenal. To get to work with Laura Linney and Jason Bateman and Janet McTeer. Kidding me? Julia Gardner. Are you kidding me? They're amazing. So I'm supposed to give them a place to just support that talent, and that's all. That's what I'm there for.